All right, Friday Magic.
Let's get to it.
I've got a drink, some snacks, a co-caster, some Magic cards.
People knocking at the door. Ready to go.
Oh, should probably get chat ready.
Stand by.
Oh yeah, somebody knocking at the door as you were saying.
Are you guys streaming?
Yeah.
There's no one to break back up. So, if you want to go over this.
Stand by.
What?
There's no one on backup.
Supposed to be Drew and Calvin.
And the timer out there.
Come entertain the people for a moment. I'll figure it out.
All right, flying by the seat of our pants. Start things off. So, how's everyone doing?
Go out there and I'm talking to people and everybody's like, oh, oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
that's where I'm supposed to be. That's what I'm supposed to be doing.
that one thing.
So seriously, I come in and I'm like, hey, Brian, can you be on the timer today? Make sure the feature match area timer is good. And he goes, yeah, definitely, I got it. and then the first thing is like Jeff's like, yeah, and the timer. And I'm going, of course. So I walk out there and I'm like, hey, Brian, you didn't set up the timer. And he goes, oh. It's literally the only thing he had to do. All right.
Looks like we got some Delver action on the right side of our screen, and that's going to be. Is that Steven?
Grixis? Yeah. Grixis Delver, more than likely.
And on the left, it looks like we might have some Maverick.
This looks like
stuff.
Maverick, yeah. He's either D&T or Maverick. And Windswept, he says Maverick.
Oh yeah.
All right, Delver flips, and that's the thing that you want to be doing.
That's what Delvers do. They flip and attack for 3.
All right, then our backup match, we've got Drew and Calvin, and they're a little late to the show. Hopefully that means we have some more Magic after you know. All right. So how's everybody doing tonight? Is everything working?
I think things are working. Looks like they're.
I hit the start streaming button. Yeah, got my notification. All right.
All right, Delver in for 3, and this looks like a Young Pyro follow-up.
Oh, I forgot my go live notification. That's what I messed up.
Womp womp.
Oh, that's not going to be good. This isn't a Dominaria box opening.
It is not. Far from.
Far from. Not close. Well, welcome in.
What do you think the chances are we see any Dominaria cards on stream today?
I'm going to say 0.
I'm going to say 0 as well. I did not see much from the set that looked like it would impact Legacy at all, but that's fine.
There's a couple cards, and honestly, I think they're both Soul Land strategy cards. And those cards to me are Karn. Okay?
Yeah. Okay, I could maybe see an argument for Karn in like a mud style.
Mud or like a post or something like that. I don't know what the card would do, but it wouldn't surprise me if somebody wanted to test it out today.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then the other card, and this is way more far-fetched, it's mostly just because I'm like as high as I could be on this card, and that's Joyra. I just played a game. I just played a game with Joyra against my brother, and I am not messing with you. I drew 15 cards. I am not kidding. The card was incredible, and I ended up winning through like a really, really high value engine. She's just insane. And once again, I feel like that could be like a Grixis Tezzeret card.
Sure.
But besides that, I don't know. I don't see much.
Costs 4 mana, right?
4.
4 mana is a pretty big ask.
It is. It's a 3/3. It's not a big creature.
So down comes Thalia. And that looks like Steven's kind of playing around with the idea of forcing that. Feels he's going to let it happen.
Yeah, I don't think that's something that he's too concerned with. Attacking with Delver just a couple more times plus like a lightning bolt should be all he really needs.
So Wasteland comes down. Jeff's done a really good job of not bothering with Wasteland. Fatal Push takes care of that Thalia, and I think we're going to see an attack for 5 here.
That's what I would do. Sounds like a great idea.
Not a doctor, but it seems pretty straightforward.
Nobody's talking in chat. What's going on? Is this a Paragon City Games stream or what? Like, is it? I don't understand.
The silent treatment.
Seriously.
So Steven goes pondering.
I just don't understand.
Now, I did see kind of a cool card in Jeff's hand, that Scrib Ranger. Pro blue on that card. Blocks Delvers pretty well.
Yes. It's a good one. However, can still be countered. I think that that's the type of thing that Steven's looking to counter. I mean, it can also be Fatal Pushed as well. So there are some decent answers, but yeah, it really does get in front of Delver. And there's that whole part where it like goes crazy with Never
the untapped, yeah, for sure. It is Grixis Delver versus Maverick. Welcome, Derby.
It doesn't seem like they're too thrilled with that. Any new Dominaria cards being played? Not that we know of. I haven't seen anybody, and nobody came up to me before the stream and was excited to be like, "Yeah, I'm trying this out today." So I don't think that that Dominaria was really keeping Legacy in mind when they were.
Nor should it really.
No.
I think the set is perfectly fine for what it needs to be. Wizards has already said that they don't really plan for eternal formats when they build sets.
Yeah.
And I think that that's perfectly acceptable.
We don't need much. We're happy with what we have.
Yeah. I think it takes a lot to break into that legacy threshold.
It does.
Here comes a Green Sun Zenith for a Dryad Arbor.
Yeah, I don't see Dampening Sphere being a thing in our meta.
Yeah, I think you have better options already, right? Like, you have Thorn and you have Chalice, both of which are better at what they do, and Trinisphere. Like, all those are better at what they do than Dampening Sphere, in my opinion.
We have a Storm Player or two, but still. Nabon, I don't know enough about what Nabon can do. I haven't really looked into it.
Yeah, I don't know about Nabon. Maybe.
Karn's one of those cards where you look at it and you're like, I don't know what to think about it. I seriously don't, because part of me is like, oh, it needs to be in an artifact deck to make its bottom ability work, and then other parts of me are like, yeah, but it draws cards.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it does. It just draws a bunch of cards. I don't know what to think. I'm gonna have to see it played. I'm gonna have to actually like play with the card to evaluate if it's worth playing or not. Same goes for my cube.
Sure.
I'm gonna put it in for a couple test runs, see if people like it, see if it is what
could be fun.
What the hype says it is. So Green Sun for Dryad Arbor kind of surprises me.
Yeah, really kind of surprised to see that, especially with the Wasteland in play. But it looks like here comes that Scrib Ranger.
I think this is gonna get a force out of Steven. Yeah, let's take a look at this.
I think Steven's just kind of doing the check to see if he can counter it.
Mm-hmm. So this is usually a one of in Maverick decks. Here, let me see if I can pull it up for you guys. Scrib Ranger. Click, click, click. Whoa.
And Scrib Ranger does get forced.
Yeah, so the biggest reason to force this right now, obviously, it's flying, protection from blue. It can block Delver all day. And then it has that whole thing where it can like save your Dryad Arbor. It has some fun synergy with Dryad.
Yeah, for sure. And on top of that, can help get extra value out of your creatures, either giving semi-vigilance or helping you pump up knights faster, stuff like that. But Jeff seems pretty far behind here.
Interesting. So Wasteland's going to go after the Savannah, not the Dryad Arbor.
I think Steven's thinking he's got plenty of elemental tokens at the moment. He's happy to trade them with whatever, and he's got Deathrite on blocking duty and a pretty quick clock here. Jeff down to 5. So,
is there an actual card that Jeff could have that could get him back into this game? That's the question. Or a series of cards.
Series of cards, he might be able to do something, but he's just going to pack it up here. I think it'd have to be something really, really crazy, like what's the name of that card? One color is black, white, haunt creature.
Oh.
-1/-1.
Okay.
Something like that would be a start, but
the one from Guild Pact, right?
Yeah.
I can't think of it. I don't think they would mainboard something like that anyway.
No, it'd have to be something really off the wall, right?
Yeah, he could have Zealous Persecution in the sideboard to deal with tokens like that.
Yeah, similar idea.
Mm-hmm. I still don't think they'd have a haunt card, though. And chat's being so silent. Or Zap Pontiff. There you go. I knew if I just Googled that, I'd find it out.
All right, so everybody's shuffling back up.
Yeah, we decided to look in at our other match for a moment while they shuffle. Looks like both people have, or a person on each table has some of the new Dragon Shield sleeves.
For sure.
They originally printed like 3 arts of them, and now they're like, here's more art of them, and like they're not matte. Like, they keep printing the not matte sleeves, and I'm like, why? Why would you want anything but the matte sleeve? I mean, I'm sitting next to Matt. He'll verify.
Very true.
You gotta have the matte sleeves.
You do,
especially when you're Matt. Okay.
All right, looks like Calvin and Drew might be getting underway pretty quick here, but
I think we'll want to stay over on the other table.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what Drew's on yet.
Agreed.
Whoops. Whoops.
So no shocker here. It looks like Calvin's on a 4-color, or possibly Grixis build. Looks like 4-color though. So fetch land pass, and here we see. Oh, it looks like Drew's on turbo depths.
He's gonna let him.
Oh, he's gonna needle. I wonder if he.
I think he named the Polluted Delta.
I mean, I'd be really tempted if they didn't crack it.
What else are you gonna name against 4-color? Like,
yeah,
I mean, it's
you can name a Liliana or something like that.
Deathrite.
Yeah, Deathrite.
Deathrite or Jace is usually the names, but when you're
it'd be way too tempting.
He should have fetched. Man, what was he thinking?
He had to name it. Otherwise, he'd definitely play that
the Baleful Strix.
Strix.
All right. And Calvin started, so it looks like Drew's upper game here. All right, looks like opening hands are being drawn for our main feature match.
All right.
So let's jump back over there. Oh no, that's an LED.
Ooh.
Hold on, hold on,
Oh.
hold on.
Hold on. This is
That's a pedal.
this. Oh, okay. You might have a little bit more spice over
you know
here.
what?
I
No.
think we're looking at the
I think-
Gristle brand.
I think
build.
this is
Yeah.
I think this is Rihanna depths or
Rihanna depths. Yeah.
or what do you call it? Reanimator depth reanimator or whatever. It's like a mono black.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
No plan A, 2 plan Bs type deck. I think he did play this on Tuesday. We didn't get to see too much of it though.
All right, so here we see Shallow Grave being cast, and in response, we're going to see an LED crack. And
Oh, there's a surgical.
3
There's a
floating, and here comes that, and we're going to see a surgical in response on the Crystal brand.
Oh.
Oh no!
All right. So here's the thing about being reanimator depths though. He still has a plan to win.
Oh, for sure.
Let's call it reanimator.
Reanimator. You're missing an A.
Oh no. Me and my typing skills let me down.
Absolutely brutal surgical.
Now I feel like we have to watch this game.
Well,
I've made my decision. Nobody in chat had anything to say about it, so.
Kind of unfortunate that there weren't other cards in there as well. Like if he had, say, even just a Vampire Hex Mage, he might have been able to do something.
Mhm.
At least get a little bit of a beat in.
Well, Belfast Strix seems like a pretty good card for Calvin. 2020s usually don't get through it quite. Oh, it's late. This is a
Silent Gravestone.
Gravestone.
The sad Silent Gravestone. Just a little bit too late.
A little, or like 3 turns too late. That's the type of thing you want to play on turn 1 in this deck. You're just like, yeah, no surgicals, no Deathrite Shaman shenanigans.
Yep. Second Strix coming down.
An attack for 1. Look at this. Here I decided to stay, and Drew just has nothing. Let's see what's going on. Oh, no, that's not what I meant to hit. Let's jump back over then. Things just got started up. Looks like all we've seen is a fetch land, and now the first play for Jeff is Knight of the Reliquary. This is a strange first play. I mean, who against Delver, the first thing you're casting is a 3-drop. What the heck is in Steven's hand, right?
Yeah. Well, being on the play helps, and he might have actually gone Green Sun
Green
Zenith.
Sun. Yeah, this is probably turn 2. You're right.
Yeah. Into Night, which makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah, so Deathrite Shaman handling that Knight of Reliquary's power and toughness with ease.
For now. Yeah.
For now. Yeah,
For now. That can definitely get overwhelmed later.
Yeah.
Like if
There's something.
if Knight's willing to sack one of these green sources here, you could see double Wasteland activation on both of the lands that Steven currently has, and then you're looking at a pretty different board state.
Well, there's
We
like
got
a taxi.
another Knight in hand. I think he's going to try to get that second Knight out before anything else happens, but
Yeah, looks that way.
therapy that Knight away. All right, well, Now you've got the mana. I'd be really tempted to kind of go all in on getting rid of these mana sources on Steven's side of the board.
You have to wonder what Jeff was thinking keeping this hand. Like, this is Delver we're talking about. Yeah, you're on the play, but you kept like a 4, like let's say like a 4 or 5 lander. Let's say like 4 lands, a Green Sun Zenith, and 2 Knights. That's what you kept,
Yeah.
right? This isn't the type of hand I think of when
not ideal.
no. So Mother of Ruins is the draw. This is also going to feel like it's doing not a ton.
Sure.
Facebook says this is a case opening.
Uh-oh. It shouldn't.
It says on us that it's Dominaria Release Legacy. I think our Go Live did say Dominaria case opening, which is weird. But most people should know that we're not doing that at this time. I think I did forget to change that info before I started the stream.
Weird stuff going on today.
I could restart it.
We could try.
I might refire up the stream after this round.
Might be worth it.
Probably.
All right, Stephen ponders. Looks like he sees a wasteland. It looked like a true name and something else.
In fact, there's 6 people. Why not restart it? Hold on, guys. We'll be right back.
Now it jumps up.
There we go.
There we go. Good.